One of the main things that people have been dealing with is insomnia. And this particular video is about how I personally deal with insomnia, how I've dealt with insomnia. But first, why do people get insomnia? Especially women of a certain age who have gone through a hormonal upheaval in their lives. Hi, and welcome to the Blissful Life. My name is Samantha Gregory, and this channel, like my life, is changing and evolving and becoming more. I mean that the topics, the interests, the things that I want to talk with you about are pretty much changing and growing and evolving. I am renaming this the Blissful Life because I live a blissful life. At least that's what I'm striving for. That's what I'm um, becoming. It has been a journey, and I'll be sharing with you the journey, especially after my ayahuasca experience. And if you've seen some of those videos, you know that I did an ayahuasca experience a couple of years ago. It's been 2 years actually, and so I will be sharing what that's been like over the last 2 years and how my life has evolved and changed. So I welcome you into this space, this new space that I'm creating, because I feel like we're at this point in time in our lives where we're awake, we're evolving, we're growing, we are no longer moving and striving in this hustle craze, the grind and slay, and all the things that has driven us into this space of chronic stress. Living in chronic stress is like the opposite of being in bliss, and I'm just not for that life right now anymore. One of the main things that people have been dealing with is insomnia. This video is about how I personally deal with insomnia, how I've dealt with insomnia. But first, why do people get insomnia? Especially women of a certain age who have gone through a hormonal upheaval in their lives. That's been my story. I started having insomnia coupled with anxiety, depression, stress, and it was wreaking havoc over my life. And I wasn't liking that. So I decided I got to change this. I got to do something a little bit different. I have to shift how I'm doing life. And insomnia played a big role in it. Not being able to sleep at night, not being able to, being so tired during the day. And when it's time to go to bed, I sleep for a couple of hours and then I'm awake, like wide awake, like why? This is ridiculous. So I started doing my research because I'm a researcher, and I started finding that for myself, for my body, and everything I'm telling you has to be based on your particular body, how you know your body type, etc., and what you can and can't handle. Instead of the deep sleep type of medication that you can get either from your pharmacist or over the counter. I was like, yeah, no, that's not going to work for me. I knew from a while ago that one specific herb helps with sleep. And it's something that I used before. And I found not only did it help with my sleep, but it also helped with the anxiety. It helped with the restlessness. It helped just make me feel calmer overall because I didn't know it at the time, but I now know that I was dealing with a lot of hypersensitivity just to life itself. I had ADHD, didn't know that. My mind was always going, felt like 24/7. And I just said, yeah, this doesn't work for me. So I went back to my roots from when I was younger, and I found that if I started taking valerian root again, and this is what it looks like. Valerian root, it helps with sleep. And it's not like those addictive other drugs that you find again in the pharmacy or even over the counter, but it left me feeling refreshed the next day. And so I was able to get some sleep. I felt refreshed the next day. It wasn't addictive, and it helped me stay calm through the entire day. So I felt more even keeled. I didn't feel like I was hypersensitive to a lot of noises and other things that kind of bother people who are maybe on the spectrum. But that's not the only thing I use. I learned about the teas that you can take. And so this tea is one that I love. It's called Turn Up Sleepy Time. And a cute little bear on the front. Sleepy Time, and this is the extra version. This contains valerian root. It contains chamomile and which is a proprietary blend, and another is called Tilla Estrella. I don't know if I pronounced that, but that's another one. So this Sleepy Time tea is great because it has valerian. So if I don't take the valerian, I have the tea, or if I don't have it with me, I can take tea bags with me, like when I travel. Another thing that I take is melatonin. So melatonin is good for helping you sleep. The only thing about melatonin is sometimes it can give you a groggy feeling later or the next day, and I don't like that. The one other thing I like is super magnesium, and this I get that from GNC, and I'll have all these things in my Amazon store. The link will be below. Super magnesium is great, not just for helping you sleep, magnesium period, but it also helps with your bone health, it helps with your heart health, it helps with a lot of other things that our body need because most people are depleted of magnesium. And so this is great. You need to have this. Now, what are the side effects? Side effects, dreams. Next day you could feel a little groggy, just depends on how much you've taken, etc. I usually take maybe one or two, depends on how I'm feeling. But it will help you with your insomnia. All of these things will that I'm showing you. I also created my own body butter, and this is magnesium infused body butter. And I put this like on the inside of my elbow, I put it on the bottom of my feet, and I get a great night's sleep. Now, let me tell you, another side effect of magnesium is it feels like when I take magnesium, whether it's the cream or whether it's the tablet, I feel like I have slept. Like the sleep is so deep. It feels like I slept maybe 4 hours, no, 8 hours in a 4 hour period. That's how amazing it is. And when I wake up, I feel if I'm feeling like groggy because I woke up, was feeling refreshed, and I feel like asleep, that's when the grogginess hits me. But if I just get up and I just go about my day, it feels amazing. It feels like I literally got a full 8 hours of sleep at night, even though I may have only got 4 or 5 hours of sleep. That's wild. So, though these are some things that I use regularly so that I get a good night's sleep and so the insomnia is not so horrible for me. And then I also have this amazing, I love this. This is from Avalon Organics, the Nourishing Lavender Hand and Body Lotion. So at night, when I take a shower and I get out, I use this on my body. I always use it on my hands. You know, when you wash your hands after you use the restroom, which I hope you all are doing. That's what I use. Lavender has an effect on you as well. It does promote good sleep. It promotes calm. It just makes you feel really good. And so I keep this because it just if I forgotten to take a tablet, or if I forgotten to take my valerian, if I didn't drink my tea, this is going to help me. And I feel like with, again, all these things that I take, I feel amazing. I sleep well. Now, I'm not, for some people, it may help you immediately. For some people, it may take a few nights of using some of these supplements or herbs or creams or teas. It just depends. But I want to keep this in my arsenal. I keep all of my sleep aids, insomnia busting aids, I keep them in good supply because I need it. I actually bought, I think, 6 or 8 boxes of these like on Amazon, and it was like a whole set. So I have 4 more boxes of these along with this one. But the one thing I also want to make sure you understand, especially if you're a woman of a certain age, I'm in my 50s, early 50s, and the hormonal changes and issues that we have contribute to insomnia. Whether you're in perimenopause or full blown menopause, it affects you because the estrogen drops, your progesterone drops, and you, without these hormones in your body, it just feels like you're going crazy. In addition to the insomnia, you may have brain fog, you may have achy bones, you may have a whole plethora of symptoms. And I can't go into all of them right now, but just to let you know. The last thing I want to share with you as it relates to hormones is get yourself some progesterone cream. Is This is a balance cream, pro relief balance cream. And this is what I got on Amazon. Now there are some stronger varieties of these, especially if you get it from your doctor in a prescription form. This has 3,000 milligrams of bioidentical progesterone from wild yam per bottle. It has a blend of beneficial herbs, extracts, and nutrients. This is amazing for you. I recommend it to every woman who is going, even before you hit perimenopause. Like I even have my 20 something year old daughter using this because it helps to balance your hormones. It gives you the progesterone, it gives you what you need so that you sleep better. And I use this at night, I use this during the day as well. It helps you sleep better, balance your hormones, calm you down, and just feel better. Again, if you're dealing with insomnia, if you're dealing with anxiety, if you got a lot of stress, then all the things that I've shared with you will help you. It will get you over this hump of anxiety and stress and make you feel so much better, feel you rested, relaxed, less intense, and it makes you feel like you can literally get through their day. So again, I'll have these things all in my Amazon store for you. So you can go and you can get what you need, try them out, give it time to work. Some things work immediately, some things, again, it takes a little bit of time, but make it a ritual. Take your shower, use the lotions, drink a cup of tea, sleepy time tea if you want to, uh, rub yourself with the progesterone cream along with the um, lotion and relax. I mean, you really have to tell yourself to relax. I hope that this helps you in some way, that it makes you feel that you can cope with what you're dealing with. And then the last thing, and it's the last thing. So, because we have spent so much time in our lives, in our work life, our career, our businesses, we have been driving ourselves to the point of stress and breaking. Chronic stress has been a part of our life for so long. It's become a part of our identity. And it doesn't really have to be that way. And because we've been dealing with it for so long, our adrenal glands have been depleted, our cortisol levels are through the roof. And it feels your body is like at this point where it's, you know what, I can't take it anymore. And so it starts to break down little by little. So you have this insomnia that becomes so pervasive in our life and we can't sleep. It feels like torture when we go to bed at night. And then add on top of that, hot flashes. But this will help with that. Add on top of that, relationship issues. Add on top of that, finances. So all these things are compounding the issue that you're probably already facing. I hope that you take a look at some of these products, and they're all natural, they're non-addictive, and you'll find that your life will be a whole lot better. You'll go from stress and struggling to rested and restored and balanced and feeling like your old self again, or even a new self. I hope this helped. If you have questions, please feel free to ask them in the comments. I also would like to know in the comments, what do you do for your insomnia? Are you relying on over-the-counter medication that could be addictive? Have you tried some of these items that I've shared with you? Let me know in the comments. And if you are still dealing with insomnia, what's the thing that keeps you or what keep you from trying any of these things? I'd like to know. So I hope that you will like this video, subscribe, and even share it with someone that you know who's going through bouts of insomnia right now. I know it's going to help them. All right, thanks so much. Take care, and we'll see you soon in the next video. And be sure to check out my ayahuasca video and that whole experience and how I got to where I am now. I will also be coming back to you with an updated experience, ayahuasca experience 2 years later type video. I look forward to sharing with you and hope you have an amazing day.